Let's look back then at the highlights of race 1 of the year in GT2, and it began with Leonardo Guarini grabbing the race lead as they came down into turn 1. He was being chased hard by the Maserati of teammate Philippe Pret, but Pret wasn't able to make a move and started to drop a little bit of time. There was this clash, though, getting into the chicane with a sideways KTM of Dennis Liebel, then slithering back into the path of the Mercedes, and he got turned round and was unable to restart, hence safety car, just as Ronnie Bremer made his dive for second place. But he checked up and therefore didn't force the issue. On the restart he did, but then Philippe Pret got a bit crossed up with Martin Koch. He was turned around, he dropped down the order, and Koch got a 10-second penalty. After the pit stops, it was Jakob Mathiasen who relayed Ronnie Bremer to take over the race lead, but it wasn't long before a charging Carlo Tamburini made his move and went through on the inside line. That was for P1, and up into second place went Reinhard Koffler, who tried to squeeze the KTM up on the inside line, but could not quite do it. In AM, change for the lead as Gilles Vannelet went ahead of Alexandre Leroy, and for third place overall, there was this great battle between Matej Hommela and Jakob Mathiasen, but there was contact, and for that, Hommela got a 10-second penalty as well. To the checkered flag, though, Carlo Tamburini, race winner first time out in GT2, and the fastest lap of the race as well. A great start for the LP Racing Maserati. Let's look at the highlights then of race 2. Great start for Carlo Tamburini, but it wasn't long before Reinhard Koffler was looking to make a move. The cars threaded their way out of turn 2 safely, but then there was drama as Gilles Vannelet got sideways and almost took Benjamin Ricci with him. Koffler hit the front, and there were more battles further down the order as well. Simon Birch lost out to Loris Hesmans, but then took the place back under braking coming down towards turn 1. Pit stop cycle through, longer stops for some this time based on their results in race 1 on the longer time to be served in the pit lane. The number 1 Maserati had dropped a long way down, and Leonardo Guarini found himself with a huge amount of work to do, but work he did. First target, Eric de Doncker. Then he got past his teammate Philippe Pret, having also got past Thomas Andersson in a straight line up towards the chicane on the Mistral, and once that was all done, there were these 2 pesky KTMs to try to catch further up the road. And catch them he did. All of a sudden, it was looking as though Guarini had a chance for a win, especially when Martin Koch slowed coming towards the end of the penultimate lap, but there was contact. There was damage to the Maserati, briefly stalled, it fired up again, and over the line charged Guarini. Then he had a spin and put himself out of the race, and Jan Kravec dived through ahead of Martin Koch, who didn't take kindly to that and leant on Kravec coming into the last corner. But Kravec stood his ground and came through for an outright win. 700s between the 2 KTMs, Matej Hommela and Jan Kravec victorious in race 2 here at Le Castellet.